Hello friends, it's Running Kimono, and today's video is kind of from Thursday's video where I made a video about how I had some work done in the basement, two different companies, two different quotes, a difference of $4,000 for the same amount of labor. And in the comments, this specific video, if you want to watch it, it'll be linked at the end. Just my jaw was on the floor of the difference in pricing for the same amount of work. But a lot of you in the comments, you guys were really awesome in the comments, and I apologize I can't write to everybody back, but I did read the majority of them. A lot of you had to say that you are basically like an undercover couponer, that some of you, your partner doesn't even know that you coupon. A lot of you keep it very hidden, discreet. So when people are asking for stuff, well, they can't really ask because they really have no clue what kind of stockpile that you have. And I was shocked of the amount of people that are undercover couponers. Now, I got to say that this is really, really smart. I think couponing, especially if you do it at a level where you have a very large stockpile, I think it can really be a great thing where you can help a lot of people. And it can be also another thing where people come out of the woodwork looking for stuff all the time, no matter what, because you got all, the assumption is that if you coupon, you get all this stuff for free. That is not the case. And that everything is always for the take. Well, you have a whole rack of those Olay body washes, so I'd like a couple. And here's a secret to this. It is your stuff. You acquired it through couponing. Thus, you decide what happens to it. If all of it gets boxed up and donated, that's cool. If you use all of them because this is your favorite body wash, that's also cool. But it is not up to other people to dictate what you do with your stuff, and a lot of you were on the same page as me. A lot of you also suggested to have these sort of like cabinets to put your stuff away, to put stuff in Sterilite totes that are all not clear, so people just can't look in there and say, oh, I'll take 3 of those. But just to really keep your stuff inside of closets, to be really smart about it. My thought was I'm just going to put some tarps over things, which will work. But this might be an avenue I might consider. Only thing I am concerned of is the smell it might accrue, because I've had stuff stored before in closets when I lived in apartments, and sometimes you open it up and it could really hit you like a punch in the face. But I got to figure something out, because I think this is super smart, this sort of setup where it would be a wall of stuff and you'd have all your couponing goods behind it. I really think that's really a cool idea. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple comments and then just talk a little bit more about this, because this is a very lively debate and I can't get back to everybody, unfortunately, but I still want to touch on this. So the first one, and I clipped everybody's names just in case they didn't want to be included, but these comments really did stand out. I have a friend who saw my wall of toilet paper once. One day he asked me if I could bring him some TP since he can't drive and ran out. I brought him 1 pack. The next time he asked, I told him that it's for my use and not his, and reminded him of all the rides to the grocery store I had given him. He started in about how much I have. I said, yeah, I have a lot. I paid nowhere near retail, and that's because I have worked hard to get discounts, and I worked for my family. I offered to teach him how to coupon, but of course he wasn't interested. People feel very entitled. This lady is right on the money, like nailed it. So many times I give a lot, and then people will look down and say, oh, I wish I could learn how to do this. I wish I could do this. Well, we're family, and you can come over any Saturday and learn Dollar General 5 off of 25 with me. I'd be so happy to shop with you. But it's always, I don't have time for this. I don't have the brain for this. I can't. They don't want to. So you just stop. Big part of why I started my YouTube channel, because this is a hobby I really wanted to talk about. And I was driving probably everybody I knew crazy. So I wanted to find a group of like-minded people. And yeah, you can give people all stuff forever, and they'll feel very entitled to your stuff. But it is your stuff, and you determine who gets it. And even if you want to give everything to a charity, totally your choice. Okay, this other subscriber says, nobody knows about mine except my BFF. It's small, but I keep it hidden in various cabinets and closets. It's ridiculous how entitled people are! Exclamation mark. And she's right too. When I lived in an apartment for many, many years when I first got married, every closet that we had that was free, kept it in there. kept stuff in totes, or I had a little office in the back of our apartment, and that's where I kept a lot of stuff. So sometimes to keep your circle very, very small is a good idea. I have a friend that a lot of people know she coupons, and every time there is some sort of like, they're doing a fundraiser for this or the church needs a basket for that, she is always asked more than anyone for stuff. And she loves to help. But she told me once by the middle of January, she had made about 15 baskets and she just had to start saying no to people because there was nothing left. And sometimes you have to take account of that too. Like people will they think that it's like a bank at your house and this stuff just keeps showing up. They have no idea what the process is of couponing and how much work it can really be. Of course, give if it's in your heart to do that or if that's a message, you want to do. But if it's somebody you absolutely have no idea and they're just like nonstop demanding stuff out of you, it's entitlement at its finest. And the final comment, this one has a lot of, it's very wise. I think if word gets out that you have a stockpile of goods or food, you are a possible target for theft. It's good to keep this info private. This subscriber is absolutely right on the money with this. I think the more people that know what you're doing, and especially if you have a large assortment of goods, you never know. You never know. And a friend of mine who's a couponer out of Chicago, she kept everything in a garage, and she was out of her home, or she was at work for part of a day, the whole shift, and then nobody was at the home, and somebody cleared out the entire garage of her stuff, and that was totally devastating. But everybody knew she was the coupon queen, and the coupon queen got robbed. So what do you do? One of those sort of things. So like the amount of people that you want to share this with, it's smart to not share it with everybody. A lot of you might get a really great haul and want to share it with non-coupon friends, say on TikTok or Facebook or whatever, and they might be quick to ask for stuff. And I know a lot of you probably have more stories about, friends that wanted stuff, and then when they don't get their way, they get really not so pleasant. We've all been there. But I think just taking bits of this story, I mean, if you can be very smart with your information, and I know that it's really exciting sometimes to get like, a haul for free or a money maker, but maybe it would be smart to keep that under your hat or just share it with people that will genuinely understand what you're talking about. And again, big reason why I started this YouTube channel years ago. I was speaking a language that my husband and a whole bunch of people had no idea what I was talking about, and I didn't have any coupon friends, so that's why I started this a long time ago. And I used to just haul stuff like at the beginning. And of course, all of this information, very, very take it to heart, because the bigger your stockpile grows or the more you get into this hobby, you'll be surprised what people will ask you for or how they will ask you for it like it's nothing, because it is really something. It's a lot, actually. That's it for this video. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.